Good morning, everyone. I have a flame for you. This is the flame that clears the fog. And I ask Spirit to let the truth rise into the flame. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am Mary, for those of you that are new here, and I appreciate you stopping by. Today, this morning, we're going to do something a little differently. And I want to welcome you to the Tarot Story Morning. Now, today's tale is just a gentle nudge. It's a gentle nudge. And this nudge, this nudge is from your soul. So I hope you will join me because this nudge, sometimes it comes in like a whisper, arrives like a kind of whisper. And it happens when the world is still. Which is why I hope you will join me for these morning tarot stories before your morning gets started and the world is still still. So, 3 cards have been pulled. Well, 4 actually, because I did want to talk to the ancestors about what it is that you need to hear today. So, these cards come as messengers, not as predictions. But they come more for alignment, reflection, and quiet power. That's what they're here for. Sometimes we need to realign ourselves. We realize that something has been lost. And we don't realize that until, late in the game. Time has passed, and then we start to reflect on what could have been, what should have been. So I want you to come with me as we walk together into this story that I'll tell you. And I hope that you will understand and maybe see yourself in that a little bit. And I hope that it gives you some encouragement, which is why I'm doing these morning tarot sessions. I'm not sure. Did I say who I was? I'm Mary. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you for stopping by. So, once there was this woman, and she stood before a door that she dared to knock on. She dared to knock on this door. She felt it calling to her in her dreams, even. You know how you have that dream that just keeps coming back, and you know that there's something there, but you just can't put your finger on it. This is what was happening to her. There was also this kind of tug on her ribs. But the moon The moon veiled her mind in doubt. She doubted herself. The moon is one of those things that it creates at times illusions and delusions. And she felt that this wasn't truly what she wanted, what she felt, because that moon was there. So she said to herself, what if this is just something that I imagine? So she stayed, she served, and she did it all with a smile until one day she could no longer bear the sound of her own silence. The sound of her own silence, guys. When it gets that way, it's definitely unbearable. So the Eight of Cups showed up in her life. The Eight of Cups, excuse me. I hope you guys have your morning tea or coffee. So the Eight of Cups showed up in her life like an invisible wind. On. And that's what this Eight of Cups, if she would have paid attention, she would have known there was time for her to move on, to walk away. But there was that doubt that the moon, the veil of the moon, created for her in her mind. It was like she didn't trust herself. So eventually she realized that this Eight of Cups was urging her to rise, to release, to retreat from everything that was familiar. That's more than a nudge, guys, in our lives. We don't know what to do with it. But the Eight of Cups was there for her. And she finally decided to step into the unknown. This is where she became the Fool. The Fool is all about taking risk, new beginnings, not being afraid. The Fool is about being, in a sense, naive, um, trusting that if you take this risk, everything's going to be okay. So the Fool came into her life and it felt sacred. She felt free. She wasn't trusting in logic, but she was trusting in her knowing. And she never looked back. Let me tell you what else happened. Her ancestors started showing up, and she knew it was time to expand. And this is the message that they had for her. They said, "You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger, just a little bit at a time. It's time to imagine the possibilities and to go for them. That was a message from her ancestors. And I also have a message for you, a morning mantra that I hope that you will write down and think about this throughout your day. And that mantra is, I'm willing to walk away from what dims my light. I trust the call of my soul. And we all know about our light being dimmed at some point, and we don't realize it until one day we reflect back. But it's never too late. There's still possibilities there, limitless possibilities there waiting for you to grab and trust in that call of your soul. I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope that you will leave me a comment below if this resonates with you in any way. And if you like what you've heard here, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your morning.